Hi Trekaroos! I'm so excited to show you the latest improvement to our Trekaroo app. Now if you haven't downloaded our new family travel app from the iTunes store, go now, look for Trekaroo, download it. You're going to be totally blown away by how easy it is to use and how beautiful the new app is. So this week, hearts seem to have taken over the Trekaroo app. What's all of that about? Now, the next time you see something on the app that you are just blown away by and you really want to take your kids to, all you have to do is click the heart, add it to your wish list, or start creating that personal guide just for your family. All right, let me take you on a tour of the new guides feature. Here's my Trekaroo app right here. There we go. The new Trekaroo Guides feature is a great way to start assembling a trip that you are planning, but it's also a great way to showcase your travel advice. Here's a guide that I created recently about the best kid-friendly tide pools in California. As you can see, I have the ability to also add little comments in my guide about each item so that I can elaborate specifically about where to find the tide pools at each of these beaches. So whether it's an itinerary or a topical list that you would like to share, the Trekaroo Guides feature is a great way to assemble your advice and share it. So our family used the Guides feature to plan our recent trip to Maui, and I'm going to walk you through how we began assembling the guide. First of all, I start off with a search in the Trekaroo app for Maui, and of course I land on the Maui index page. A few places immediately catch my attention, so to add it to a guide, I just click on this heart icon and I'm going to create a new guide that is called Trip to Maui. At this point, my guide is completely private, only I can view it. But to get to any of your guides, you would click on My Guides in this menu. And there's the custom guide that I created for Maui. Now I've returned from our trip and I've got really great advice to share with my friends and family who are also heading to Maui. Here's how I go about publishing my guide and being super awesome. To have access to more advanced guide publishing tools, I visit Trekaroo on a tablet or desktop computer. We're still working on replacing our old desktop website, but for now, here's your secret gateway to the new Trekaroo V2. Just go to m.trekaroo.com. To get this guide ready for publishing, I have to decide how I'm going to organize this guide. So I think I'm going to curate a 7-day itinerary. In order to organize the guide, I would like to add a few subheader text cards to the guide for day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. Now, I'm going to organize the items in my guide using the reorder tool. I would also like to explain a few specifics about each item in the guide. I do that by adding a comment. In addition to points of interest that you can add to your guide, you can also add a couple of links to useful resources that you might have found on other blogs or even another guide on Trekaroo. I would like to add a link to this guide to the road to Hana with kids. So first I grab the link, then I return to my guide and add an item. And in the Add the Item box, I select Link. Now I paste in the URL, add a title, a comment, and a photo, and that's it. When I'm ready to publish, I check that my title accurately reflects the content of my guide so others can find it easily. And an introduction that personalizes the guide and explains to my readers what the guide is about. And of course,
I'm not going to miss adding a beautiful image to make my guide look awesome. It's looking pretty good, and now I'm ready to hit Make Public. Bam! Now others can use this guide to begin planning their trip to Maui. I hope all of you have lots of fun with this new guides feature. Now don't forget that if you have thoughts you'd like to share with us, you can always drop us an email at info@trekaroo.com.